unlock the secret to becoming a successful influencer. There's not a lot to it, but there is some information that you need to know before you become a successful influencer. I just watched the video. I'll put it right here to show you how to get views, how to get know the algorithm, and how does it really work. You should really watch the video if you want to become an influencer. Now, the big part about that whole video I watched, it tells you how to become a successful influencer. Now, the algorithm works in different ways. Some people have to understand that the algorithm is based off how many people will like your content. That's just how it is. Now, different type of videos require different type of setups, different, best way I can say it, video type of streaming and editing. So those information you need to know prior to it, and you should really watch that video. Now, let's talk about focusing on quality over quantity, because the issue is you can put out a lot of videos, but if you're putting out a lot of crap or the same content over and over, you end up losing subscribers that way. So most of the time you have to make sure when you do your videos, you prioritize quality over quantity. Now, right now I do post a lot of videos, but my videos are different for every type of day. Like Friday, I do stocks. Saturdays, I try to do something about the workplace or how to improve the workplace environment for people who work. And Monday and Wednesday, I try to do something about how to invest and how to build a business, something like that, since I have those experience. Now, the big issue when you make all these videos is people ignore the audience feedback or they don't respond to their comments. So if you're not gonna engage with the audience, talk to them, why become an influencer? That's the thing. You end up making videos, but you don't want to respond to their comments or respond to some of their concerns. Then they end up unfollowing you, or they just don't watch you anymore. So you have to remember that ignoring the audience cause you to lose your success. So hey, make sure you always engage with your viewers. So the other issue people have is neglecting the consistent branding. So the issue is a lot of YouTubers, they start a channel and they throw as much content they have and they don't have a focus. I did this. I just started throwing out as much content as I could. But at the end of the day, you need to be identify what category you're going to want to be in. If you want to be in entertainment, be in entertainment. If you want to be in doing stunts, skits, be in that. But you have to kind of try to stick to that, because if you try to bring politics onto a channel that used to be a comedian channel, you're just going to lose a bunch of viewers and it doesn't make sense. Now, that is, focusing on the quality of your videos. You kind of have to have all those in your videos. Now, the next part is the influencing market landscape and how you navigate the challenges. So the issue about it is there's a lot of fake influencer. They act a certain way on camera and then, or they're not authentic. So it makes it hard to build trust. So if you want to build a successful following, you have to have an authentic personality or authentic channel, something that's special to you and it's not so fake. So it's your personal branding. And whenever you go into choosing, let's say, partnership, you have to be very careful on what partnership you choose, because that could ruin your channel. So be careful. You have to make sure, hey, if you do personal branding or you're branding with other companies or have partnerships, don't just look at the money. Make sure you engage and it matches your profile. If not, it could hurt your channel. So just big challenges you might have. Now, you also have to understand the power of engagement. Engagement is very valuable with your not just your followers, but with your brand and communities. Because if you go out there and you're always doing donations and giving out to the people and you have a channel on that, then you have engagement in a certain aspect. But then if you have a channel that just does satire or anything else like that, you're building a community off of negative presentation, and eventually people either get tired of it or you run out of stuff to talk about. But that's different. So whenever you create your channel, you need to make sure when you're marketing and you understand what area you're going to be in, because you can't be in all of them. Just like Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast is mainly in the influencer or making videos for entertainment, so he has a very big following, but his videos also has to be set up differently compared to someone doing educational or finance or even, action-packed videos, because with his videos, it has to be very action-packed, very scene-changing, and very intense to keep the viewers to watch. Whereas educational, you're going to have a large dropout no matter what you're going to do, because a lot of people don't like to listen to educational all day and they just end up clicking off your videos. Now, so the next thing if you want a successful channel is content is king. Create a engagement material, talk to the viewers or followers, and just don't read from a script. Try to engage with like someone's in the room with you and you're having a conversation so that they feel more into the YouTube videos. It's very hard to do. I'm still trying to work on that. And it's more like asking questions, like comment down below if you believe I'm doing something wrong, or you have to put engagement activity to make them look at the screen, just so that you can have engagement with the viewers. And it's one of those things that you have to build over time. It's not the easiest thing to do, but hey, you get used to it and you'll perfect it over time. And you have to identify the specific niche or expertise you want to be in for your target audience, because some audience do not like certain type of engagement and that could pretty much run them off. So you want to make sure your production have high quality content. So you have to invest in proper equipment over time just so you can get better videos, or you have to utilize your visualization, like putting things on the screen like I do. Sometimes I put things here about money, or then I also put music or some video editing technique just to get more people to visualize and keep attention on the screen, just because you have to understand human nature and they get bored of watching the same background, so you have to change it up every once in a while. And it's just one of those things. So let's talk about monetizing your influence and strategy for the success on that. So you finally started getting views, started making money. Now you have to diversify, because at the end of the day, you don't make a lot of money as an influencer. You make more money off branding, sponsorship, affiliate marketing, product launch, or even a paid course. Personally, I don't like doing much of that because I don't need the money. I just like making videos, and it's a pretty fun hobby for me. It keeps me busy, and two, I really do enjoy making videos. Sometimes my videos aren't that good, but at the end of the day, I'm trying to make educational videos, so my quality doesn't have to be as good as someone who's trying to do entertainment. So you have to know where to draw the line and how much money to invest in it. And whenever you're trying to monetize and stay ahead, you have to stay ahead of the curve. Like if you want to end up covering Trump or something like that, or the politicians, you pretty much have to be on top of your game, posting those videos same day or within minutes of it coming out. And those type of channels are very successful, but very, very hard to do because you're staying up to date and you're trying to let your viewers stay up to date to catch more viewers. And those channels are harder but easier to become successful compared to a channel like mine where I more do educational learning about finance, business, and guess what? Dividend stocks that I'm trying to add to my portfolio. So I have a certain criteria for my videos, but not everyone has those. So you have to make sure you try to do it for your channel. I like people like, Beat the Bush. He had a very educational channel. He kind of slipped off a little bit, didn't make as much videos. And it's just hard because he doesn't make as much videos about finance. He does more about product views now, last few I've seen. But he still has a really good channel. Now, the issue about when you monetize for influencing is you lose a lot of personal time and it's really hard to balance it. So you might end up having personal and your business start intertwined, and you need to try to keep that separate because it really can affect your influencing. Because let's say you did something negative in your personal life, well, people don't want to follow you on YouTube or TikTok or whatever if you start doing bad things. It's just how it is. It's nothing you can do about it. You just try to keep your personal life as quiet as you can and keep your influence in life separate, and you'll be fine. Now, the next thing is you need to understand you're building a lasting legacy. So it's very important to have authenticity to your channel that's unique to you. It's really hard for people to create a channel that when you copy someone or if you just don't have your own personality, because eventually it does slip up and the viewer will know it. So you have to stay true to yourself and true to your values, because if you do not do that, you will start losing followers because people follow you for the certain content you give. Now, I have a lot of followers. Well, kind of have a lot of followers. And it's considered a mini influencer for the 100,000. But the issue is, I understand that I will not get a lot of views, but I can get a lot of followers because a lot of people will follow a channel about finance, but they won't really watch it because they want to learn about it, but they always put it in a back burner. So I have to understand that for myself. So I have to just be authentic and try to stay true to my belief in finance. Don't really try to switch it up. And don't compromise your integrity for gains. I know that some people came on TikTok or Instagram and they said the N word every day, which it was a white lady, until she got famous. And if you look right here, this is the lady, and she just kept saying it, and then eventually, she popped up, went viral. And you don't want to be similar to the Hawk Toy girl that ended up screwing all of her fans over with her fake cryptocurrency. So a lot of things like that happen. We don't even know what happened to her, but you want to build genuine relationship with your audience and your followers for influencers, just because that is your connection and that is your influencer. So if you lose that, you end up losing, guess what? A bunch of followers. And lastly, on this building your lasting legacy is you have to understand you're building for long term. And if you expect overnight to get 100,000, 200, 500,000 followers, unless you're paying a large amount of money for advertising and promotions, you aren't going to do it. And even if you do it, it doesn't mean you'll have a positive result. So it's best to always think long term and just consistently post videos. Now, just make sure you don't burn out. So, if you wanted me to sum it up, pretty to be successful on as an influence, you have to focus on quality over quantity. And then the influencer market landscape, and you have to know how to navigate the challenges and how do you deal with it. And you also have to understand the content is king. You have to learn how to create engaging materials with your audience so that they watch, subscribe, talk, or just engage with you in the video like they're in their room with you. And monetizing your influence, you have to understand you have to do that strategically to be successful, because you can't pick everything, and you have to be, oh, this one will make me look good or this one will make me look bad, and you have to avoid things that make you look bad and not do things for the money. And last for the summary is building that lasting legacy, because it's important you be authentic and understand you're going for the long term and not short term. And that's all I got for you. That's how you build a successful channel. Hopefully that makes sense. You just have to do those things and like and subscribe to the video.